up and down, or have you yet?
No. No. But yeah, no, just keeping an eye on the plays, on everything that was on the floor. Just try to be as engaged as I can. More mentally than physically at this point, but still, So when the physical kind of ramps up, the transition is smoother, basically. So that's kind of the plan.
How are you feeling? What's the update? I mean, where are you at kind of in the process?
Better. So it's just, there's the last part of the rehab where when you ramp up the load, you got to see how your whole ankle kind of reacts, and it takes a little time to adjust to it. So if you do too much because you're feeling too good and you're too excited, then it's counterproductive and it can backfire. That's a little bit what I think what happened early on into training camp, that it was looking really good and we were very excited about it, and now we just gotta take it a little slower, but all looks good. It's all is within the time frame that we were all expecting. It just looked a lot, really good early. So, but it needs a little bit to kind of follow its own time as well.
So it's safe to say you will not be ready for opening night.
I think it's a very safe statement.
And at this point, you're just sort of winging it, depending on how your body feels. You'll come back when you're ready.
Yeah, but we're going to determine a plan, kind of try to stick to it, just be do what we need to do, keep an eye on it on a daily basis, but at the same time, understand that it's a little bit of a process and it's going to take not a little longer than what we thought. It's just not going to be as short or as quicker as we thought we could do it. Before training camp.
Do you think you can miss a couple weeks or a month, or do you literally have no idea?
I try not to think about how much time I'm going to miss and not going to be able to play with the team early on. I'm trying to make sure that when I do get back, I'm there for good, and the ankle and the foot do not give me any issues as far as continuity and being available and being able to build on once I step on the floor with the team or competing against other teams.
Will you travel the first road trip?
I hope.
You hope so? Okay.
Yeah, I hope.
I hope so too.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So recently the GMs voted Dame as the best leader in the NBA.
Oh, wow.
What have you seen from him in that aspect?
That's great. I think that's always a huge honor from the GMs. That's not a very light, I think, statement. Yeah, I've seen him, really hungry. Him and CJ both are great as far as setting the tone, pushing guys, and setting the bar for what is going to be a very challenging season. We understand what the competition brings to the table, and especially early on, it's going to be a very difficult schedule. With a lot of road games, high-quality teams. The West is loaded, and so it's going to be a challenge every single night, and we've got to be ready. And those guys know it, and Dame has been setting the tone, and he's ready to have a great year and kind of continue and add to what the team was able to accomplish last season.
What have you seen from this team from the sidelines so far? You like what you've seen?
Yeah, I do. I think that there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of new faces, and that normally should take a little time to kind of adjust and get to the best potential of this team. But team has worked, I think, really well throughout training camp. Everyone is locked in, getting the extra work before and after practice, and that's the way you do it. That's the way you give yourself the best possible chance.
You sort of alluded to something maybe that, I wouldn't say setback's the right word, but it looked like you were trending toward returning sooner, and then you had to slow things down. Is that accurate during training camp?
A little bit, yeah. That's pretty, I think you could say that. That's fair to say.
Some discomfort or something?
No, it's just like because of how he was looking and feeling before training camp, we felt like we could push it a little more than he should have. And that's also kind of, you don't really know how he's going to react until you go through it. So now I think we're in a better place and a better pace as far as getting me back on the court as soon as possible.
And the next step is just going through contact drills and stuff.
Yeah, or being clear to do non-contact stuff for longer and harder sessions.
So what have you
Then
been able to do? Like, what have you
a
been
lot of
fit for?
shooting, some movement. Obviously now we were just trying to control that the discomfort does not get to a level that it's uncomfortable or painful, right? So it's manageable basically. So again, we're just part of my process, part of the rehab of this injury, and the time that I have not been able to be on a basketball floor. And being 39 maybe might help too. But you know, so again, we're right. I think where the staff thought I would be. Now we just got to see when we ramp it up again and we do the contact stuff and the up and down and the running and the jumping and the pushing off and the holding. How the foot continues and the ankle continues to or reacts to it basically. So we're hopeful, we're optimistic, we're positive, and then we'll see.
Hey, you mentioned having all the road games early.
Right.
I'm curious, as a guy who's been around the league for a while, can that be a positive from the standpoint of continuing to build chemistry, bringing a team together?
I think so, because you're going to be tested right away, and the road tested you in a different way, and you got to come together in order to get wins. So I think that's going to be a good opportunity for us to really click and be on the same page and dig in and fight through and and see what we're made of, kind of thing, right? So I think it's better to do that early on, and because then it forces you to grow and kind of step up. And if you don't, then you get run over, and then the losses come, and then you scramble and you're trying to get back on track. But again, it's all part of the learning curve and the growth of any team. But this team, again, very, very talented, very deep, and now we just got to find the right mix of guys. The lineups, the coaching staff has to figure that out and kind of get accustomed playing with one another.